Good morning. I'm meteorologist Kevin Smith here at the National Weather Service in Pocatello with another edition of your Eastern Idaho Planning Briefing. This one for Tuesday, December 10th, 2019. Weather for this week, little bit of patchy fog out there this morning, not as bad as what we saw yesterday morning in a few spots, so hit and miss. Quick low impact weather system on the way for Wednesday. Not expecting it to be a big deal for most of you. A few rain and snow showers possible out of that. And then the big story, this long duration storm system that's going to be arriving across our region Thursday morning. It's going to continue into Friday. It's going to continue into Saturday and bring some significant snow accumulations to some of our mountain ranges across southeast Idaho. Generally lower impacts at lower elevations. Looking at the satellite view here, as usual, this product does not do a very good job picking up on some of the low clouds that we see around here. We do have some low stratus clouds at about 1,000 to 3,000 feet off the surface this morning, generally outside of the central mountains, but blanketing pretty well eastern portions of Idaho. So you will see some cloud cover as you wake up this morning, and again, a little bit of patchy fog, hit and miss underneath that cloud deck. Looking off to the west here, you can see some of these blues and greens, some mid to high level clouds starting to approach the Pacific coast here. And this is in association with that weak system that's going to be zipping through the region on Wednesday. So this is right down the middle of your screen here, kind of an elongated trough, an area of low pressure that's advancing toward the coast and will be affecting us on Wednesday. We'll look at that in a moment. Weather impact overview matrix, again, Tuesday, today, no impacts across the region other than that patchy fog. You can see Wednesday still looking pretty good as well. Now, if you saw our briefing yesterday morning, remember where we were watching this little storm system that's going to zip through really quickly during the day on Wednesday. We were trying to decide, are we going to get any shower activity out of it or not? A few of the models had that, a few didn't. So generally, our model guidance this morning has trended toward at least some shower activity over the course of the day Wednesday as this moves through. So you can see that indicated here. Marginal temperatures may allow a bit of rain to mix in with those showers across the Snake Plain, the Eastern Magic Valley, a few of the valleys down across the Southern Highlands. Elsewhere, a few snow showers. And I have highlighted the Eastern Highlands here for maybe some minor impacts. You know, we may see just enough snow shower activity, particularly during the afternoon and evening, for a few slick spots on the roadways as that moves through. So here we go. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Here's your 3-day storm, long duration storm across the region. Significant snows up high, not so much down low. You can see we mixed some rain in here with the marginal temperatures once again in the Snake Plain, the Eastern Magic Valley, some of the adjacent valleys. We've lit up the southern and eastern highland regions here with some moderate impacts due to some of that snow, particularly Thursday and Friday. May see some more significant impacts here in the Sawtooth area. So up toward the Smokies and the Sawtooth Mountains, the Stanley area, portions of the Central Mountains there, particularly on Thursday, picking up some pretty hefty accumulations. Maybe some snow into the Wood River Valley as well for your Thursday. At least several inches possible right down to the valley floor. A little bit of an uncertainty there based on the marginal temperatures. Just like this last storm, we're going to have to see if we're able to mix some rain in, particularly for places like Haley, and that would cut down on that snow accumulation. Things generally trending a little lighter by Saturday, but still snow shower activity out there across the region with slightly cooler temperatures should eliminate that rainfall threat. Once again, no watches, warnings, or advisories as we open up your Tuesday morning here across the region. High pressure generally in control. A little bit of patchy fog. Here's I-15 up at Sage Junction. You can see that there. Also US 20 out toward Telegraph Hill on these ITD webcams. And then up toward Henry's Lake as well. A little bit of patchy fog. So normal safety rules apply. If you're headed out this morning for work, doing some travel, you do encounter fog, just remember to slow down, use the low beam headlights, maybe give yourself a few extra minutes. Generally, most areas not going to see any widespread issues from the fog today. Here's a look at your high temperatures, generally getting up, similar to yesterday, getting up into the upper 20s to mid-30s across the region, again with high pressure in control. Stepping forward to Wednesday, okay, remember, low impact day. Our big storm isn't here yet, but we've got that little storm zipping through the region with a few rain and snow showers. And as you look at the temperatures here, you can certainly tell where we may see a little bit of that mixing. Generally here in the Eastern Magic Valley, south of Haley, down toward Oakley, and then eastward toward Pocatello, may see a rain shower mixing with a few of those snow showers. Outside of that, generally supportive of snow, even places like Blackfoot, where you may see high temperatures a couple degrees above freezing. As soon as you get a shower moving through, normally that's going to cool your lower atmosphere just a little bit, knock the temperature down a couple degrees. So I think for the rest of you, a few snow showers will be the rule with this system. So how little snow are we talking about? Here's a look at that new snow for Wednesday's week system. Very little across the region. None expected really here where the rain is going to mix in across the eastern Magic Valley. Elsewhere, a dusting here or there, maybe an inch in a few spots. You can see a little bit better shading here in the Caribou Highlands, the mountains around the Teton Valley, maybe up into the Upper Snake Highlands, the Island Park area. Could see 1 to 2 inches in a few spots from this system Wednesday. I think that's the area where you have to be on the lookout the most for maybe a few slick spots on the roadways if a recent snow shower has moved through. And that's about it for Wednesday system. Again, low impact for the region. High temperatures Thursday, very similar. Here's day one of our long duration storm. Once again, Haley area down into the eastern Magic Valley, Shoshone, Oakley, streaking east here toward Pocatello and up to Blackfoot. May see some rain mixing in for day one of this 3-day event. That's really going to knock down those snow accumulations and impacts on the roadways. Okay, much of this area may stay relatively unscathed, except for maybe during the overnight hours where temperatures do become cooler and more supportive of snow. Greater impacts across our mountain ranges. Winds will increase Thursday afternoon as well. So some of the valleys here, not too much of a problem, but you can see here in the Snake Plain in particular, from our cities here along the I-15 corridor out to Arco, down to Burley. Sustained winds, that's what you're seeing on this graphic, generally increasing to about 10 to 20 miles per hour during Thursday afternoon as we have that precipitation going on, that storm system moving in. And a few gusts to 30 miles an hour possible here as well. Not out of the question, we may see a few of the normal trouble spots, so to speak, where you get the blowing and drifting really easily. Might see that on Thursday, and that's if you're in a location that's cool enough for snow. Okay, not expecting it to be a major widespread impact at this point, just something to bear in mind. Here's a look at new snow Thursday and Thursday night. So this is what you might be waking up to Friday morning after the first full day of the storm. You can see greatest accumulations here in the Central Mountains west of Chalice, north of Haley. Some spots picking up a foot of snow. I think that's particularly north of Ketchum. Okay, the higher up you go in elevation, the more snow you're going to see. Definitely up here along the higher slopes along the Smokies and Sawtooths. Also over here in the east, this westerly flow is going to hammer some of these higher elevation areas well as pretty good as well. Driggs, I think that 8 to 12 might be a little on the high side for you in town, but certainly as you get up to Pine Creek Pass and some of the slopes, may see some of those higher totals, a little bit of that extending up toward Island Park, and a few inches also down here towards Soda Springs and Montpelier. You can see here, eastern Magic Valley, much of the Snake Plain, very low. Okay, maybe a dusting here and there, maybe an inch here or there, but with those warmer daytime temperatures, maybe some rain mixing in, impacts are going to be pretty limited in our lower elevation areas here, particularly during the day on Thursday. Might see a little bit more toward Rexburg. I think 2 to 3 is most likely as you go north of the city for Thursday here. High temperatures Friday, very similar. Once again, you can see we're going to have maybe some mixed precipitation concerns. And we'll take another look here, too, at our 3-day totals. Okay, again, spread out over Thursday, plus Friday, plus Saturday. Long duration storm. This is not all going to come at once. Very easy to see the areas that are going to be targeted here. Again, portions of the Central Mountains, some of the southern and eastern highland areas. But here in the Snake Plain and Magic Valley, 3-day totals only 1 to 2, 1 to 3 inches is our expectation at this point. Again, spread out, maybe some melting during the warmer periods during the afternoons. So much more limited impacts down here outside the mountains. You can see a few spots in red here, possibly picking up 1.5 feet to 2 feet of snow over that 3-day period. Again, main message here, stay tuned to our forecast as we update things over the next few days. And again, expect those impacts across the mountains Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of this week. That's a look at what we're expecting across the region this morning. Again, stay tuned to the forecast and feel free to reach out if you have any questions or comments on this briefing. Have a great day.